I'm Kristin Velicer. I'm the assistant principal second violin in the Kansas City Symphony. I grew up in a suburb outside of St. Paul, Minnesota, and I started playing the violin when I was 2.5.
So musicians tend typically to decide pretty young that this is what they want to do when they grow up. A solid college music experience is kind of key to your success there. At what time did you decide that this was what you wanted to do? And what was your mindset on this profession when you were auditioning for college music schools?
Well, I decided pretty early, like way early. My mom used to take me to Minnesota orchestra concerts very regularly, and she remembers me turning to her one point during a concert when I was like early elementary school and saying, "Mom, this is what I want to do." And it really wasn't until I spent my first summer in Interlochen and was around all these people who were doing what I loved and really wanted to do it at a high level and were all in, that it just opened a whole new world for me. And it really, I found my niche, and I really discovered that this is really where I was happy and what I really wanted to do. And so I already knew that this was the track I wanted to be on before I auditioned for colleges. I just didn't quite know how to get there. And so, obviously everybody has teachers and mentors, and mine, of course, were just invaluable to me in guiding me through this process. And I was very fortunate to go to universities with incredibly strong orchestral programs.
Let's talk a few minutes just about this quarantine period we've been in for the past couple of months now. Today, we would have been rehearsing for a Pops show had we not been in this quarantine.
Yeah.
As a musician in the orchestra and as a committee leader, how have you seen your daily routine change since this lockdown period? Are there things that you're finding yourself doing more of that you never thought you would?
I have never been on a Zoom meeting before this all started.
What about in the TV world? Any binge-worthy TV shows you want to recommend to our watchers?
I have watched Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which is awesome. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a West Wing junkie. We're currently watching The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan thing. And I'm not a huge NBA fan, but this is it's fascinating. I did get hooked on the the Great British Baking Show.
Well, you mentioned a lot of baking and the baking show. What is it you think you'd be doing if you weren't playing the violin?
My kids would be thrilled if I did nothing more than made oatmeal chocolate chip cookies 24 hours a day. But honestly, my second passion when I was in college is I had a minor in psychology, and I was interested in becoming a child psychologist. And so that working with children, especially special needs children dealing with trauma, that was always something that interested me. And so that was something that I, if I had a second career, that I would really consider pursuing.
Well, finally, we're kind of out of time here, but I have one last question for you, Kristin. It's a question that all Kansas Cityans have to have an answer for. What's your favorite barbecue restaurant here in Kansas City?